Alrighty, hello and welcome to another episode of Where the Fuck is Our Grocery Store Progress video. And we've been working a long time on this one today. A lot of progress. Today has been mostly mapping. As you guys are aware, we have the jewelry department finally finished. We have the registers finished. And last time, I don't think we showed you too much of the apparel department. I mean, we showed you some of these fixtures. This is almost done. I would say probably 60 to 75% done. We just have a couple more fixtures to put in. The big news is that we spent a lot of the time today mostly on mapping and kind of where we're going to go with the future. Big part is the ceiling. We had a lot of controversy on the ceiling. We were trying to find out if there's two types of ceilings to the store. There's the open and fixed. The open is what you're seeing now on the top of the roof, basically just dangling down, and fixed is where it's basically, like probably 90% of most stores, it's actually fixed into the ceiling, so you see tiles, 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 lights, tiles, 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 lights. Now, in this store there's two type of elements, the fixed and unfixed. So we were trying to figure out for the longest time, I know it might sound stupid, but we're trying to find out if the lights were even on the fixed and unfixed side, because in the apparel department you got about a 5-foot drop of the ceiling, and it's kind of an optical illusion because you're assuming that since the ceiling is lower that it's actually lower lighting. But just like everything, like this whole project's been kind of an optical illusion. There's a lot of things we have to push past. But we figured out that it is even, but the reason it feels lower is because these lights are dangling down by 5 to 6 feet, and the other ones are just fixed in, so it looks like they're lower, but really they're the same size. So we figured that out. That was a big breakthrough today. And we also kind of experimented with some of the roof heights, which is really cool. It really makes the store tie together when you see the beginning of a roof. It's pretty awesome. Well, after the roof, we worked on the mapping of each department. Now this is major. Yesterday we didn't really have this, and we haven't really had this in any of the videos. We decided to map out the entire apparel department. So what you're seeing is literally the completion of the apparel department map-wise. Now all this needs to be furnished. There's only probably one thing not mapped. We'll take you step by step. Over here is our Mrs. department, which is almost fully furnished, and then here's our shoe department, which is furnished but not stocked. Right here is our women's activewear and Mrs.'s department that is not furnished, but it is mapped. Here is like our coats and like clearance items pad, kind of smaller, and then here is our juniors department mixed with the young men's department. And the reason it's no carpets, that's all going to be tile, and we don't want to confuse ourselves, so that will be furnished as well. Intimates needs to be furnished over here, which it is not. And then we have young men's and the clearance pad for the men's department, and then men's activewear, and men's casual, and then children's, and then children's, and then this whole thing over here is children's, and then cosmetics and accessories. And I mean, just from what I'm saying, I hope you get the idea of how freaking big this is. Well, something I'm personally proud of is just how well it tied together. Cuba, if you get a really high shot, it looks really nice. Like, it looks very fluent. Honestly, a lot of our measurements compared with some of the things we're comparing it to match perfectly. I mean, it's strange how that worked, but everything's matching perfectly. It's very fluent, flowing. I like the contrast between the wool and the sand. I really like it, and I think it's going to be awesome. Normally in these videos I set goals for ourselves, so tomorrow our goals is to furnish several of the departments that are already mapped, and then after that we're going to go ahead and finish the last of the structural details, which is over here by the children's department. We're going to be implementing 2 fitting rooms to this divider here, and we're kind of curious on how we're going to construct fitting rooms out of the dividers, so that's something we are working on now. But yeah, that's about it, and thank you for watching. Over here, kind of a cool fact, here's going to be a hallway with an electrical door, and something that I think is really cool is that within the electrical room, it's actually going to have panels and equipment to access all the electrical through the whole store. And since all the apparel is fixed lighting, and we do have a set pattern for how we're going to tile and fix the lighting into the tile, when you click those buttons, the whole apparel department is going to light up or shut off depending on what you do. So I think it's really cool to have an actual functioning operational electrical room. So yeah, a lot more to come. That's about it. Thank you.